So this is a public knowledge, okay? I'm not going to feel bad for any of it, but we were having a discussion about it earlier. I won't say why. I won't. Something is amiss.
Just spit it out. They already know anyway.
So this thing was posted on the Facebook, okay? The Facebook group. I forget which one. I can tell y'all. But anyway, this was posted on the Facebook group and it has to do with the divorce between Seth and Katie, okay? Basically, she accuses him of a whole bunch of stuff, right? And on one level of my mind, I'm like, this really does have nothing to do with finding Sebastian. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I don't know why it is even coming out there. You know what I mean? But I will say this, okay? It has been said that Chris is controlling. He don't let her talk. He don't let her do this and that. And it's like, that's funny because you portray Chris in the same light that you are accusing Seth of being. Does that make sense to anyone? I said that really messed up. You do
No,
that.
I get it.
No,
I get it.
okay, yeah, you're good.
Because I'm not gonna go over this whole thing, but this part right here. And it's been said before, right, that Katie cannot talk to Chris or Seth. God knows. How you gonna have both guys 4 letters in their name? But Katie can't talk to Chris unless Katie can't talk to Seth unless it goes through Chris, right? I've heard
Yeah.
that. And
And Seth only seems to be through Chris too. He doesn't talk directly to Katie.
right, almost like she has to get permission from him or something like that. I just want to read this statement right here, okay? Because I done told y'all, first off, before I read anything, I want to hear somebody out there say, okay, Clue, you might have a point. I've been the onlyest one warning y'all about these females around here, okay? All of my phone calls and not allowing me to speak with anyone, including my family, without listening. And he has been monitoring every text and call that I make to patronize me and keep me from telling people exactly what has been going on, hovering over every call that I make.
And
Now,
this, for you to understand that don't understand, this was back in 2016 and 17, by the way, okay? When they lived in California and they were married is when this statement, or getting divorced is when this statement was made. Go ahead.
right. Now, this is a letter that Katie wrote for the divorce. And I will say that Seth came back, responded, and I'm talking about she was accusing him of like abusing Sebastian. They took his weapons, etc., etc. But the funny part about it is you can kind of tell already that this is and was obviously unfounded
Well,
because we hope,
if he
we
works for
think,
the sheriff's department, he works
right,
for the sheriff's department. He has a police commission. Think
correct.
about it. That's a good question, Salty. It makes sense too. Was she cheating? Like to know that. Anyway, go ahead.
I've been saying that. I mean, I'm not even going to apologize for that neither. Like, whew, you could talk it off your thumbnail. You could hit 10 women around here that would sleep with you and never tell nobody, not even the Lord himself at the gates. I'm not lying.
And don't forget, like we said in the beginning of this, we have both been looking at both sides of this fence, okay? Not just one. It may seem that way in some senses, but we still look at and talk about both sides of this fence.
No, and I will say this much, right? I am so like eager, so eager for somebody to come out and say something and figure out where this kid is, what
Yes,
happened to him, and who did it. Because I
please.
think it's probably going to be one of those things where it's a pretty decent lesson in you can be fooled by a lot of people in life. And a bigger lesson in my motto, I don't trust nobody. Like,
Mm-hmm.
no one. I don't trust nobody. I'm a fool if I do that. But I do find it very weird that there was all these claims about him being controlling, hurting the kid. To be fair, like, I'm not even kidding. If I were Chris Proudfoot, I would be terrified right now. Not kidding. Like, I'm not even joking, because this has already happened in one relationship, right? Those claims obviously were not true, or Seth would not do what he did today for a living.
Right.
So why did you lie? Why do you lie on that man? You know what I mean? And it also shows you that even though there is this history with Chris and this ex of his, it could all be lies.
Well, we
Period.
also heard Seth say in one interview that those two were together before her and him were even divorced. So, well, put this all together, guys. Look at the way it looks. Okay, I mean, it's kind of like right in front of our faces in some senses if you look at it that way. I'm just saying it's hard to read through some of this stuff and not go, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Um,
At the same time, I am going to say there is another part of this I want to read.
I'll be honest. I think that the Cajun Navy was a mistake. I think that was just not something. I think that took up time and interference that didn't need to be there, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. If you disagree, that's okay. I from what I've seen and heard from multiple sources about them, I'm not happy with their situation right now at all. I don't think they're doing any good for this, so they can just move on. And I did see this morning that EquuSearch is now involved. Thank God.
Which you got to
And
find that weird, because they already made an announcement that EquuSearch. I remember reading it on the Facebook. We were live when we read it. They already
yeah,
said they were involved. They requested their drone
yeah.
team. And it's like fiance said yesterday, you never heard anything else from that.
Well, I got to stop and wonder if that was because of the whole Cajun Navy thing stepping in, and maybe EquuSearch stepped back and said, "All right, they don't need us now." But I don't know. I'd like to know the whole, every detail on that, because it looks to me as if all this stuff may have dropped on the Cajun Navy, and they were like, "No, get them back in here," or something like that. You know what I mean?
You know
Yeah.
what, CL, that's a great matter of fact. I'm going to do it right now.
What?
Contact Ellie and ask if they can help organize a community search for people to volunteer to do. I'm going to call them right now.
That's awesome right there.
Good luck in an answer. Don't email them. What do you think happened? If that's a loaded question.
I can tell you what ain't happening. A big enough search organized. That's what ain't happening.
Let me put my...
Agreed.
I can't see nothing.
Agreed.
Let me put these dang on glasses on. Okay, I see you emailed me. Why did Chris lose his job? Well, I mean, he didn't say that he lost it. He said it's up in the air, whatever that means.
Well, that's where he's at right now, supposedly, is at another job site.
Right. I mean, allegedly that's where they went, right, for his work, which is weird that it's in Memphis,
Yeah.
but...
Yeah, Katie said that she was following him to his job, getting him set up, and then coming home. So he's working. That's what we understand. So
I can't hear. Oh, it's ringing. Hold on.
yeah, that's a great idea, CL. I appreciate you putting that out there. I never thought of that.
He actually got somebody on the phone. I can hear him talking.
Good, good. LA says, yeah, he's in Mississippi.
I can't hear him. Him? Why'd he walk out the damn room?
Probably so he could hear. Oh, Kiko's talking about that picture.
Hold on, nigga.
Who is gonna? But who do you? I mean, where do you watch, and who is organizing it?
The local news over here, or online, any social media.
Well, I mean, when you say any social media, I mean, the reason I'm asking is because there's a lot of different social media, right? And I mean, I've already seen some stuff that wasn't real, so I'm just trying to figure out what organization site do you look at to find out who is organizing it? Do you know?
Local news would be the better source because, like you said, social media, anybody can put anything on there.
So the local news is the best outlet to figure out who's searching and how to sign up. Okay. All right. Well, what about that situation that was at Rockland Recreation Area and them saying that there was a homeless person found? Do you know anything about that?
This is the dispatch center. This isn't Hendersonville Police. This is.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you'd have to call them. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate it.
No problem. Have a good day.
You too.
Did he say with all due respect, sir?
I don't know.
You better call the Hendersonville Police. We want answers.
Well, I mean, we already seen what the Hendersonville Police said about the.
You just said anybody on social media could put anything up there. Call the Hendersonville Police.
All right.
Hold on, y'all. We're going to get to the bottom of some things right now.
I just want somebody to say, look, show up here with the boots on and let's go. That's all I'm looking for, right? Like, I'm tired of this circus. This is crazy. There is a kid missing. Like, I don't know. This is just crazy.
Oh, I don't know why I told y'all to shh. Sorry.
Dolly brought a drone. That's true. He does have one. I remember him. He used it in Leilani Simon's case, or Quentin Simon's case.
I'm about to buy a drone.
I have a little one, but it ain't. It wouldn't do nothing.
Please hang up and dial 911.
To speak to the on-duty desk officer, press 2. To report a property maintenance codes violation, press 8. Please hold a moment.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I was calling to find out. We'd seen the reports that there had been, during that search Saturday out there at Rockland Recreation Area, that there had been a homeless man found. Is that accurate?
I can't get that information, sir.
Alrighty. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I can't get that. I want a job like that where I could say that. I can't give you that information. You're just a peasant. But I'll take your tax money. Well, now that makes me wonder how in the world that person called and got that info.
Well, I mean, you know, that's not to say that info isn't real, right? Because it could be a situation where they're better at asking questions like that than I am, because that ain't my thing.
I mean, how many ways can you ask? They said there was somebody homeless found.
You know, since it's on Twitter, they're like, all right, yeah, we can't say nothing else about that. Or it may have just been the person that individual talked to was willing to share, because Lord knows that happens.
Well, you know what, too? I just realized the flyer, the missing person's his flyer, it has at the bottom, call EquuSearch Midwest with the number on it. So, yeah, it's there, it's going, it's been going. So I think that Navy thing was just, they tried to step in and get their faces in it, and they got kicked back out. That's all.
The EquuSearch Midwest. What did you say about that, Dago?
It's on the bottom of the flyer, the missing persons flyer. It's got call 513-503-3706. EquuSearch Midwest. Thank you, Mama Bear.
And what to help? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, basically to help. If you know anything or any of that, and it's got every bit of him on there, call that number.
Give me that number again.
513 503 3706. Maybe they can tell you how to put together a search effort. You know what I mean? Put together the search thing.
Right.
There is nothing new at this point. Salt and Cayenne. I like that name. I wish there was. We have bypassed a month, guys.
Yes, ma'am. I have heard that you guys are getting involved in this Sebastian Rogers situation in Hendersonville, Tennessee. And I was trying to find out, is there any way anybody can help? Do you guys take volunteers for searches or?
Well, I have to have the search coordinator who's in charge of that give you a call back, because I'm not quite sure how they're wanting that search to be handled. So if I can get your name and phone number, and I can have Twyla, she's the coordinator, I can have her give you a call.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So the one in charge of that search and speaking with TBI and that, so I'm really not quite sure. But I can give her the message and have her give you a call. It'll be sometime within the next couple hours.
All righty. I
Okay,
appreciate it.
thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.